Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're digging into a project that took the entire tech world by storm. So, in early 2026, the open source community was, well, completely blindsided. This project called OpenClaw just exploded out of nowhere, rocketing past 145,000 stars on GitHub. It was this viral moment that nobody saw coming. And just to give you a little perspective on how wild that is, its growth was 18 times faster than it took Kubernetes to hit that same milestone. Yeah, that Kubernetes, the technology that basically underpins the modern internet. So this wasn't just another popular project, this was a full-blown developer frenzy. All this excitement and the media buzz really leaves us with one big question. What on earth is this thing, and is the hype actually justified? Okay, let's get into it. Here's how we're going to break it down. First, we'll cover what OpenClaw actually is. Then, we'll look at why it went viral so fast. After that, we have to talk about the serious risks involved. And finally, we'll explore what this all means for the future of AI. All right, let's start with the absolute basics. What is this tool that has everybody talking? Now, this is probably the most important thing to get straight. OpenClaw is not a new AI brain like ChatGPT. Think of it more like an orchestration framework. It's like a nervous system for existing AIs. It gives a model, like GPT-4, a body, connecting its brain to a set of digital hands and a memory so it can actually do stuff on your computer instead of just talking about it. The project has had a bit of an identity crisis. It started out as Claude-Bot. Then for a hot minute, it was Moltzbot because of some trademark stuff. And finally, it landed on OpenClaw. And this all happened in just a few crazy months before the founder announced he was joining OpenAI. Probably the best way to really get the difference is with this analogy right here. If ChatGPT is kind of like a consultant you call up for advice, OpenClaw is like an intern sitting right there at your keyboard, ready to go. You don't just ask it for answers. You tell it what to do, and it actually does it, right on your machine. And get this, it even remembers what it did yesterday. So how does it all work under the hood? Well, this diagram lays it out. On one side, you've got the brain. That can be any big AI model. And on the other, you've got the hands, which is literally your computer's operating system, giving the AI access to your browser, your files, your command line, everything. The real magic is in the middle, where OpenClaw acts as this local gateway, translating what the AI wants to do into real actions. And its memory? Super simple. It's just text files stored right on your computer. Okay, so that unique setup, that architecture, it unlocks some seriously powerful abilities. And that gets us right to the heart of why it had such a meteoric rise. Let's dig into why it went so viral. So why did developers just fall in love with this thing? It really boils down to 5 key features. First, it runs locally, so your data stays private. It's got a memory, so it actually learns over time. It can use all the native tools on your computer. It's totally free and open source. And the big one, it has this huge ecosystem of community-built skills that let you teach it to do pretty much anything. It was the combo everyone was waiting for, the power of a cloud AI with the privacy and control of a local app. All right, so what are people actually doing with all this power? Well, the data shows a few really clear trends. The most popular uses are for content creation, automating research and writing, and for software development, things like debugging code or monitoring servers. But people are also using it like a 24/7 personal assistant for everything from managing their email to controlling their smart home. But here's the thing, and it's a really big thing. Giving an AI the keys to your entire digital kingdom, well, that introduces some massive, massive risks. And this is where we have to understand the trade-off between its incredible power and its very real peril. And the security community, they did not mince words. You had experts from Cisco calling it a security nightmare, and others in the industry just straight up labeled it a security dumpster fire. Pretty strong language, right? But it shows you how genuinely concerned they were. The danger really boils down to what some people are calling a lethal trifecta. 1, it has access to all of your private data on your local machine. 2, it's constantly out there interacting with the wild, untrusted internet. And 3, it has the authority to act on your behalf, all by itself. You put those 3 things together, and you've created a massive, unprecedented security risk. And these risks are made even worse because of how the project was built. It came out of this philosophy some call vibe coding. It's that classic move fast and break things mindset, where you prioritize shipping cool new features over slow, careful security design. And it seems like a lot of fundamental safeguards just got left behind in the rush. And remember that huge skills marketplace, Claw Hub? Well, while it's a source of incredible power, it's also a huge vulnerability. Just look at this chart. Out of almost 14,000 community skills, security researchers have already found hundreds that are explicitly malicious. We're talking skills designed to steal your data or totally compromise your system. But okay, despite all of these very real risks, OpenClaw still represents a fundamental, undeniable shift in how we're all going to interact with AI. A lot of people in the industry are actually calling this the OpenClaw moment. They're seeing it as the first time a truly powerful, autonomous AI agent has escaped the research lab and really made it into widespread public use. And this right here, this really nails the shift we're seeing. We are moving from an era where AI is a passive chatbot, something you just talk to an era where AI is an active digital worker, something that actually does things for you in your digital world. The explosive rise of OpenClaw proves that this future is getting here way faster than anyone really expected. And it leaves us with a pretty critical and honestly a provocative question to chew on. As we move forward, how are we going to learn to trust, to manage, and to secure our new digital coworkers?